Before you skip this video, listen carefully. Your future is about to change. Not next year. Not someday far away. Soon. And deep down, you can feel it. Because lately, life has felt strange, hasn't it? Like something is shifting. Like one chapter is slowly ending while another is trying to begin. You may not fully understand it yet, but your spirit feels it. The sleepless nights, the confusion, the emotional battles, the pressure you've been carrying, none of it is random. This moment in your life is preparing you for change. Stay with me until the end of this message, because something you hear tonight is going to speak directly to your heart. And before this video ends, you're going to understand why everything had to happen the way it did. I know you've been feeling tired. Not just physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. You've been carrying responsibilities, stress, disappointment, fear about the future, and sometimes it feels like nobody truly understands what goes on inside your mind. You try to stay positive around others, but when you are alone, your thoughts become heavy. You wonder if things will ever get better. You wonder if your life will ever change. But listen to me carefully. The version of you that exists 6 months from now, will not recognize this current pain. Because you are entering a new season. A season where things begin to make sense. A season where doors finally open. A season where peace slowly replaces anxiety. And before that happens, there are things you need to understand. Right now, you think you are being delayed. But what if you are actually being protected? What if the closed doors, the unanswered prayers, the people who walked away, were all saving you from the wrong future? Think about that for a moment. Some of the things you cried over, would have destroyed your peace if they stayed. Some people had to leave because they could not go where you are going. Some plans had to fail because your life is meant for something greater. You don't see the full picture yet. But one day you will look back and realize that every painful moment was shaping you into someone stronger. And honestly, look at yourself. You've already survived things that once made you think you wouldn't make it through. Nights you cried silently. Days you felt completely lost. Moments where your heart felt broken. Yet somehow, you kept going. That means something. That means there is strength inside you that even you don't fully understand yet. And the reason you clicked on this video today is because your heart needed this reminder. Your story is not over. Your life is not falling apart. It is being rebuilt. Yes, right now things may feel confusing. Maybe your plans are not working. Maybe you feel stuck. Maybe you wake up every morning with pressure in your chest, wondering how everything will work out. But hear this clearly. Your future is about to change. Not because of luck. Not because of coincidence. But because growth is finally happening inside you. The old version of you is slowly disappearing. The version that doubted yourself, feared everything, settled for less, stayed silent, and carried pain alone, that version is fading. And a stronger version is being born. A wiser version. A calmer version. A fearless version. But transformation is uncomfortable. That's why this season feels heavy. Before life changes around you, something changes inside you first. And maybe lately you've noticed it. You don't react the same anymore. Things that once controlled your emotions no longer have the same power over you. You're starting to realize your peace matters more than drama. Your energy matters more than pleasing everyone. That is growth. And growth changes your future. But listen carefully because this next part is important. Most people never step into the future meant for them because they stay trapped in fear. Fear of failure. Fear of judgment. Fear of change. Fear of leaving behind what feels familiar. And maybe that's where you are right now. You want a different life, but part of you is scared to believe it's possible. You've been disappointed so many times that now you protect yourself by expecting less. You stopped dreaming big because life taught you to be careful. But your future cannot change if your mindset stays trapped in the past. You have to believe that something greater is possible for you. And yes, I know that's hard sometimes. Especially after heartbreak. After rejection. After betrayal. After watching people leave. After praying for things that never happened. But not every no was rejection. Some things ended because they were never aligned with your future. And soon, you will understand why certain doors had to close. Because the right ones are finally about to open. I need you to stop speaking hopelessness over your life. Stop saying nothing ever works out for me. Stop saying maybe I'll always feel this way. Stop telling yourself you are too late. Your future listens to the words you repeat every day. So from this moment forward, start speaking differently. Say this quietly in your mind. My life is changing. Better days are coming. I will not stay stuck forever. Say it again. My future is changing. Feel those words. Because something powerful happens when you stop feeding fear and start feeding faith. Now let me tell you something most people never realize. Your greatest breakthrough often comes right after your hardest season. Right when you feel exhausted. Right when you feel like quitting. Right when you think nothing is happening. That's usually the moment everything begins shifting. And maybe that's exactly where you are right now. You've been fighting battles nobody knows about. Smiling while hurting. Trying to stay hopeful while secretly feeling tired. But don't give up now. Not when your future is this close to changing. A new opportunity is coming. A new beginning is coming. New peace is coming. And one day soon, the things that currently stress you will no longer control your life. You will breathe differently. Sleep differently. Think differently. Because healing changes everything. And healing is already beginning inside you. Even now, while you listen to this message, your mind is becoming calmer. Your heart is becoming lighter. Your soul is remembering that hope still exists. That is not weakness. That is transformation. And transformation always feels uncomfortable before it feels beautiful. So be patient with yourself. You are growing. You are evolving. You are becoming someone your past self once prayed to become. And if you stay until part 2 of this message, you are going to hear the one mindset shift that can completely unlock the future you've been waiting for. Because there is one thing silently blocking many people from stepping into their new season. And once you understand it, everything changes. So don't leave yet. If you are still listening to this message right now, then this is for you. Because something inside you refused to leave. Something inside you is still holding on to hope, even after everything you've been through. And that matters. Most people quit too early. They stop believing the moment life becomes difficult. They let fear control their future. They convince themselves that nothing will ever change. But you are still here. And that means part of you still believes better days are possible. Now listen carefully, because this may be the most important thing you hear today. The biggest thing blocking your future is not your past. It's not your age. It's not your mistakes. It's not even the people who hurt you. It's the fear that lives quietly inside your mind. Fear has a way of making you feel trapped. It tells you that it's safer not to try. It tells you not to dream too big because you might get disappointed again. It tells you to stay inside your comfort zone because change feels risky. But your future cannot change while your mind stays attached to fear. At some point, you have to decide that you are tired of living in survival mode. Tired of overthinking. Tired of doubting yourself. Tired of expecting the worst. Because that is not the life you were meant to live. You were not created just to survive every day emotionally exhausted. You were not created to spend your whole life feeling stuck, anxious, and afraid of what might happen next. You were meant for peace. You were meant for purpose. You were meant to experience joy again. And yes, I know life has hurt you. I know there were moments where you trusted the wrong people. Moments where your heart broke in ways nobody saw. Moments where you gave your best and still got disappointed. But don't let painful experiences convince you that your future will look the same forever. Your past is not your permanent identity. Read that again in your heart. Your past is not your permanent identity. The mistakes you made are not who you are. The failures you experienced are not your final destination. The heartbreak you survived is not the end of your story. Something new is trying to begin in your life. But in order for your future to change, you must stop living emotionally attached to what already ended. Some people keep reopening old wounds every day. They replay painful memories. They think about what should have happened, what they lost, who hurt them, what went wrong. And without realizing it, they stay emotionally connected to pain. But healing begins the moment you finally decide. I cannot move forward while constantly looking backward. Yes, what happened hurt. Yes, it changed you. But you cannot let one painful chapter convince you that the entire story will be painful too. Your future deserves a version of you that believes again. A version of you that wakes up with hope instead of fear. A version of you that stops expecting disaster every time something good begins to happen. Because listen carefully. Not everyone is going to leave you. Not every opportunity will fail. Not every chapter ends in pain. There are still beautiful moments waiting for you. There are still people you haven't met yet who will bring peace into your life. There are still opportunities waiting that will completely change your future. There are still prayers that are about to be answered. But fear blinds people from seeing possibility. That's why you must stop feeding fear. Stop waking up every day expecting life to go wrong. Stop speaking negatively about your future. Stop telling yourself that happiness is for other people but not for you. Your words matter. The way you speak about yourself matters. The way you think about your future matters. Because eventually, your mind begins believing the story you repeat most often. So from today forward, change the story. Instead of saying, "Nothing ever works out for me," say, "My future is changing." Instead of saying, "I'll probably fail," say, "I am growing stronger every day." Instead of saying, "I feel stuck," say, "This season is preparing me for something greater." You may not realize it yet, but your mindset is shaping your future every single day. And right now, your future needs a version of you that believes healing is possible. Because healing changes everything. When you heal, you stop chasing people who drain you. You stop begging for love. You stop tolerating disrespect. You stop shrinking yourself to fit into places where you no longer belong. Healing gives you clarity. And clarity changes your life. Suddenly, you stop worrying about who misunderstands you. You stop needing approval from everyone. You stop comparing your journey to other people. Because you finally realize your path is unique. Your timing is unique. Your future is unique. And just because things haven't happened yet, doesn't mean they never will. Some of the greatest moments of your life haven't even happened yet. Think about that. There are future memories waiting for you right now that will one day make you smile. Future conversations. Future opportunities. Future breakthroughs. Future moments where you will finally feel peace again. But first, you have to keep going. Even when it's hard. Even when you feel tired. Even when progress feels slow. Because slow progress is still progress. And one day you will look back at this season and realize it was transforming you the entire time. You were learning strength. Learning patience. Learning self-worth. Learning faith. That's why you cannot give up now. Not after everything you've survived. Not after all the growth already happening inside you. You are closer than you think. Closer to healing. Closer to clarity. Closer to peace. Closer to the life you've been praying for. And I know sometimes you still worry. You still wonder if things will really work out. That's normal. But don't let temporary emotions convince you that your future is hopeless. Feelings change. Bad seasons change. Pain changes. And your life can change faster than you imagine. One opportunity can change your direction. One decision can change your future. One moment can completely transform your life. So stay open to possibility. Stay open to growth. Stay open to new beginnings. Because your future is not finished being written yet. The chapter you are entering now will not look like the chapter you survived before. This next season will teach you that peace feels better than chaos. Real love feels better than forced connections. Healing feels better than pretending to be okay. And slowly, your life will begin feeling lighter. You'll notice yourself smiling again. Sleeping peacefully again. Feeling excited about life again. Not because life suddenly became perfect, but because you became stronger. You learned how to protect your peace. You learned how to let go. You learned how to trust the process even when you didn't understand it. And that changed everything. So tonight, breathe deeply. Release the fear you've been carrying. Release the pressure to have your whole life figured out. Release the belief that you are running out of time. You are not behind. You are becoming. And your future is about to change in ways you cannot even imagine yet. One day soon, you will look back at this version of yourself, the tired version, the anxious version, the version fighting silent battles, and you will feel proud that you didn't give up. Because that version of you kept going. And because you kept going, your entire life changed. So hold on a little longer. Better days are coming. Peace is coming. Healing is coming. Your future is changing. And this is only the beginning.